Hello friends, I'm Paritosh and we started discussing about Android and PHP. So this is our third day. So before we start coding, I would like to share few things, few resources and documentation pages from where we can get to know about the technology. Okay, so first discuss about Android part and then we'll go on to PHP. Okay, so whenever we want to know certain language constructs or certain components, we can directly go to the documentation. Okay, so for Android, we can go to developer.android.com and then we have guides. Okay, so here what you can see is they have documentation of whatever component we want. For example, in layouts, we want to know about linear layout. Okay, so what we can do, we can go to that page and read out that documentation, or we can search it on Google. So for example, okay, so here you can find various tutorials as well. So first link is linear layout, and then you can go through the documentation, its examples, output, and all those things. Same thing applies for PHP. So for PHP, we have site php.net. Here you will get to know about more details about PHP, current version, what they released, downloads, and then documentation. So again here you will find, we select language and then you will find all the pages. Okay, so whatever you wanted to know, you will find that. So most of the times we will not go this way. Most of the times we will be searching on the Google. Next thing is documentation for Lumen. This framework we will be using for developing REST APIs. So same thing here, installation and then all those things. Now most important thing, resource for us, okay, which is nothing but Stack Overflow. I have created my profile on Stack Overflow. I recommend you to create the same. Whenever we have some issue, we can directly go on Google and search using that Stack Tracer. Okay. So, for example, I got an issue as java.lang.unsatisfied link error while developing my code in Android. So, I will copy that error from my logcat and paste it on Google. And then whatever resources which Google has, it will list it down, and then I can go on and check how to fix that issue. Okay, so here we have question. The other developer who faced that issue, he will mention whatever problem he faced and whatever code he has written. And then there are other developers who will be answering it. So 13 is upvotes count, total upvotes, total downvotes, downvote is 0. And then this green tick is nothing but accepted answer. Okay, so and then there will be multiple answers which are available to the same question. Other answers could have more upvotes than accepted answer, but the accepted answer is the one who has solved the problem for that particular question. So this is how Stack Overflow works. And then again, coming back to the profile, you can answer to other developers' questions. So for example, I have answered this, how to change Android Studio terminal background color. This developer had an issue where his terminal color was not changing. So I answered him how to change that, and then this is accepted answer. Total upvotes 26, downvote 0. So 26 other developers find out that useful and they have given me upvote. And then again few comments on it. If anybody had any question, they have added it, and then I would have answered. So here all my code is available for that project, and with that I added some readme text so that whoever new developer is, he can just go through it and get to know about the idea. And then there would be other developers who will use my code. They will fork my repository, which will just create new repository in their account and then star this repository. So whenever some changes are being done in my code, they will get notified. Same thing with watch. So this is how we will be coding, or we will be getting our knowledge. Next thing and most important thing is newsletters. Okay, so for example, the use of newsletter would be whenever we whenever certain thing gets updated, the newsletter will inform us. Okay, so most popular newsletter is androidweekly.net. So they have issues. Latest issue was released on 17th of May. So each week they release one issue on Sunday. So for example, before that they released another issue on 10th May, Sunday, then 3rd May, and so on. And each week they will be bringing us whatever new things which are available in the market. So you can just go through it. Same thing for Kotlin, which is programming language we will be using. Kotlinweekly.net. Okay, so I won't be subscribing right away. I will go to their website and read it out. Okay, so it is also releasing on each Sunday. And then whatever new things which are available in Kotlin. So this is how you can stay updated with whatever things which are coming on the way. I recommend you creating account on GitHub